Level 1. The first swipe. It's never the big stuff that starts it. It's $40. A dinner. A pair of shoes you didn't need, but definitely wanted. Here's the trick your brain doesn't tell you about. Handing over cash actually hurts a little. Your brain registers as a loss. Same part that lights up when you stub your toe. But tapping a card triggers almost nothing. Same $40. Zero pain. Your brain didn't just let you buy shoes. It let you buy shoes for free, psychologically speaking. So you tell yourself just this once. Spoiler. It's never just once. Level 2. The minimum payment trap. The statement shows up. You don't look at the total, because the total is a war crime. You scroll straight to one number. Minimum payment due, $42. You pay it. You feel like an adult. You are not being an adult. You're basically feeding a stray cat that's never going to leave your porch. That minimum payment isn't shrinking your debt, it's rent. You're paying rent to keep your own debt comfortable. Level 3. The refresh addiction. You open your banking app for the 4th time today. Nothing happened since the last time. No paycheck hit, no bill posted. Nothing. You open it anyway. This is the exact same wiring as checking a text you sent 40 minutes ago that still says delivered. You're not checking for information. You're checking for relief, and your bank app has never once given you that. Level 4. The unopened mail pile. The envelopes stack up on your counter like a passive-aggressive art installation. Red numbers sit unread in your inbox. Your phone lights up with a number you don't recognize, and you already know. So you let it ring out. Ignoring debt feels like handling it. It's not. It's just future you inheriting a bigger, angrier version of the exact same problem, except now with extra interest on top, like a tip you never agreed to leave. Level 5. The 5-minute justification. And somehow, despite all of this, you're standing in a checkout line, buying something you don't need on a card you already can't pay off. Your brain hands you a reason so smooth, you almost don't notice it's a lie. You deserve this. You work hard. It's small, it won't matter. It's not really about the item. It's about control. Your debt makes every decision for you right now, except this one purchase, which is the one place you still get to say yes to yourself. Your brain will take that trade every time, even when it's a terrible one. Level 6. The highlight reel problem. You scroll through your phone at midnight, and everyone else appears to be thriving. New couch, beach trip, brunch that costs more than your minimum payment. Some annoying, quiet voice asks why you're the only one struggling. You are, statistically, nowhere close to the only one. Debt just doesn't post pictures. Spending does. So you end up comparing your actual bank balance to everyone else's highlight reel, which is a rigged game you were never going to win. Level 7. The 3 a.m. audit. For some reason, your brain waits until 3 in the morning to attempt math. Not at 2 p.m. with a calculator and a clear head. At 3 a.m. in the dark, running purely on dread. You start adding balances from memory. You get the number wrong. Obviously wrong in the worst direction. Because your nervous system at 3 a.m. only has one setting, and that setting is catastrophe. Level 8. The quiet giving up. At some point, you just stop trying to fix it. Not because you stopped caring. Because you tried, and the number barely moved, and your brain quietly concluded that trying and not trying get you the same result. This one's sneaky because it doesn't look like giving up. It looks like calm. Like you finally made peace with it. You didn't make peace with anything. You're just tired of being disappointed by your own effort. Level 9. The morning you finally look. Eventually, something forces your hand. A bill you can't minimum payment away. A conversation you've been dodging for months that finally corners you. And here's the part nobody tells you. The number, when you finally look at it, is almost always less brutal than the version you built up in your head. Not because the debt disappeared. It didn't. But because looking directly at something is nearly always less exhausting than the 6 months you spent flinching away from it. That's usually the first moment in this entire mess where you feel lighter. Not because it's fixed, because you finally stopped carrying it in the dark. Debt doesn't shrink because you stop thinking about it. It shrinks the boring way. You look at the actual number. You build a plan you can actually stick to for longer than a week. And you stop letting 3 a.m. decide what's true, because 3 a.m. has never once been right about anything. If any of these levels hit a little too close to home, drop the number below. You're probably not as alone in this as your bank app is trying to convince you.